Hey everyone, welcome to Backpacking Door. I'm Steve. I'm going to go over a really great multi-tool that is great for everyday carry, especially if you, well, not just if you have a farm or a ranch, but really comes in handy if you keep that around. You have a lot of functionality with this Roxon Phantom S802. It is a fairly heavy multi-tool, not too heavy to carry every day, but has a lot of features that come in handy, especially if you need to cut any wire, and I'll go over some other things that you can do quite well with this. It does have a ruler in centimeters, and it is a quite nice rounded edge everyday carry multi-tool. So I'll start out with a couple of the really cool features, and all multi-tools have really cool features because that's why we love multi-tools. They have multiple tools. But what we have here is a small button. Pop that button. You can see you've got 4 of your multi-tools here. They're neatly tucked away. Now they are exposed. So what we're going to do is show you each tool. And so first you have your flathead screwdriver, your can opener, your wire stripper. All of these work very, very well. This is a new knife that I bought, but I do own this knife, have used it. It is excellent. This is the newer version, which actually has improved. You have an awl. You have a Phillips head screwdriver, which also serves some other functionality, which I'll show you in a little while. A bottle opener, a chisel, and these tools actually work quite well. They have updated some things and they do not strip out. When you're done, take that same button, push it backwards, close them. I will show you one of the problems with this knife, and I don't know if every one of these newer versions has this problem. My old one does not, but if I take that screwdriver and use it, when I go to put it back in, I pop this button and it doesn't go back in. So I have to pop out all the tools, and I haven't tested to see if I can just pull one out, but it works every time with all 4 tools out. Push the button, now I can shut it. So works quite well. That has never bothered me. It's such an excellent multi-tool that it does not bother me at all. Quickly, let me go over this on the other side. So you have your 4 tools there that you can see. Same side of the knife, you have a saw. This is an excellent saw. It is about a 3-inch blade. I can put the specs in the comments, but really what I find excellent about this blade is if you are, other than just cutting, is you're trying to start a fire in a wet environment, you can find some dead wood, cut the dead wood with this, you take that dead wood that's wet on the outside, core it out, you have an excellent knife on this side for getting into that dry wood in the center of the board, the branch that you've cut, to expose the dry wood. Hopefully you have a ferro rod or a lighter, and you can get yourself a fire going in wet environments. That's, of course, you can do that with any saw, but having this in your pocket is, very beneficial. So you've got your saw, get yourself some dead wood, might be wet on the outside, your knife, get into that dead wood, get yourself some dry wood, get yourself a fire going, might save your life. Next excellent, really great use of this knife is you have some beautiful, I would say, full-size scissors for a multi-tool. These are no joke scissors. These you can cut through paracord that has snare line, fishing line, fire starter. This really will cut through, no, I don't want to say anything, but it cuts through anything I need it to cut through. The one I don't want to say design flaw, but the one thing I don't like so much is if I'm trying to cut through something that is harder to cut through. This ridge pokes into your hand, doesn't bother me at all. I wear gloves a lot, so it doesn't bother me. Just wanted to mention it so you can see this hollow part where you're going to be pushing. So it has a small button, push that button, flip, hides away perfectly. It's beautiful. So there's your Roxon S802. Now we're going to go over a feature that you don't see in many multi-tools, and is probably the reason that you looked up this video. On this knife, you have two small buttons that you take and pop backwards, and you have replaceable blades. Replaceable blades are amazing. If you're anything like me, you've sharpened a blade down to where it's no longer the blade you wish it was. These blades are essentially infinitely replaceable if needed. What you have, and I don't have these other blades, I was just thinking that I was going to be putting the cutting blade on there, using it for just general work and some things, but I actually really like this blade. This is an excellent blade, and I decided that I didn't need these other blades, but you have many blades to choose from. You can actually buy blade kits that aren't just one blade. You can buy multiple blades at the same time. Hopefully you can see those. And very simple to put this back together. You just drop that on, pop that in, you've got your knife again. So if you want, doing something one day, need a different blade, switch out your blade, put this one in pack, come back to this one. Like I said, I really like this blade, so I keep it on there. So overall, that is the Roxon S802. One thing that really I do not use very often, but could come in handy, is this bit set. It is, I'll say it's somewhat useful. The one thing is if you wear glasses, there is an eyeglass screwdriver, and I'll show you how this is going to work. So you're going to take your Phillips head screwdriver, which like I said, gets stuck in place unfortunately on this knife. You're going to go ahead and grab that, and you can work on your eyeglasses. So I guess some people use that. Is it a gimmick? No, you can use it. I've used it on my old knife before. It's just not my go-to for that, unless it just happens to be the only thing in my pocket. Once again, I have to open everything to get that closed. I don't know if that's just this new knife or every knife, but what I'll tell you is it does not bother me at all. So last, I'll cover the case. The case leaves much to be desired. It's a fairly stiff case, it's fairly heavy. The button does not work extremely well, but many of us have lots of cases. It's fine. I would definitely not be using this for my everyday carry. I'd go with a lighter case, but works quite well. And that is really it. That is your Roxon Phantom S802 with replaceable and exchangeable blades, four tools here, saw, beautiful scissors, somewhat needle nose and regular pliers, wire cutters for hard and soft wire. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video and enjoy carrying the Roxon Phantom S802.